Wow, Il'gynoth
Ooh,
this
that was-
early. I am honestly shocked by this tempo Il'gynoth from DeadDraw.
The Ironforge Masters Tour featured incredible matches, and today I want to focus on the one opposing DeadDraw to Bozzzton, especially the first game where DeadDraw is playing a Lifesteal DH versus a Burn Mage and decided to play a tempo Il'gynoth on turn 5. Hi, I'm Angel and welcome to my channel. For this video, I want to make something very clear. The goal is not to point finger at anybody, but to learn from the best players in the world. With that being said, let's jump into the game and try to figure out why DeadDraw made such a ballsy play and figure out what's his way of winning the game afterwards. Okay, so at the beginning of the game, not much is really happening. Just a side note, I made a video about the deck Bozzzton is playing right now, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to that in the description down below, and I'll put it up there as well. Anyway, nothing is happening at the beginning, but it's worth to note that DeadDraw has a Skull of Gul'dan in outcast position. Well, not really in outcast position, but on turn 3 he only has to use his I-beam and it's free already. And this is a big deal considering he's facing a Burn Mage that can create serious threats thanks to Imprisoned Phoenix and Arcane Missiles, for example. So any card draw is very important, especially the Skull. Then comes the turn that will define the rest of the game. Turn 5. Now, why this turn is very hard for DeadDraw? As you can already see, he is not in a very good position where he knows for sure what to do. Clear the board with Soul Cleave or Fair Scream Blast, or play Il'gynoth, clear the board and push 6 damage to the face. Of course, he decided to play Il'gynoth, otherwise I wouldn't be making this video. After going through the game many times, my guess is that DeadDraw was somewhat scared of the Imprisoned Phoenix, and by playing his Il'gynoth on the turn it comes out, he forces Bozzzton to deal with it instead of anything else. By that I mean using Cram Session or setting up lethal for next turn, for example. Because let's face it, DeadDraw knows for sure that his Il'gynoth is not going to stick the board. Any removal would kill it. Or it could also be that DeadDraw was thinking that Bozzzton was running out of spell because he played a lot of minions already. That's also a possibility. Either way, it's still a gamble to hope for the Il'gynoth to stay alive. And I don't think it was DeadDraw's intention anyway. When he made that play on turn 5, even the casters were shocked.
I am honestly shocked by this tempo Il'gynoth from DeadDraw.
And as I said, any spells would clean it, so here comes the foible. At this point, what's left for DeadDraw to win the game? Because let's face it, winning the game without your main win condition is very hard. But keep in mind that the mage can't heal at all, so all DeadDraw needs to do is to deal 22 damage during the entire game. And for that, the only cards left for him are the Moags, Aldracu Warblades, Ethereal Oak Merchant, Raging Fell Scream, Ooze, and 1 Chaos Strike. The Literary Studies might also give him some minions to play or a weapon to deal damage to the face, but that's it for him. And of course, he has to hero power every single turn if he wants to maximize his damage output. Now sure, winning the game without Il'gynoth can be very hard, but it's not over yet. As I said, DeadDraw still have some minions to put damage. Speaking of minions, let's jump into the turn 8. This turn was very important for the game. DeadDraw managed to create a powerful board by putting a Raging Fell Screamer and got a Firefin Trainer with his Illidary Studies. At the end of the turn, DeadDraw ends up with 144, 154 and 211. And considering that Bozzzton doesn't have any minion on the board, this turn is very powerful. Because if any minions stick on the board at this point of the game, it might be GG for DeadDraw. That was without the incredible generation from DeadDraw, who managed to get a combustion to clean everything. This is one of the few cards that allowed him to clean without using too much resources. Unfortunately, from this point, it's almost over for DeadDraw. Sure, he still has 4 Moags in hand thanks to Philosophy, but it's very unlikely that any of them would stick on the board. Same for the Ooze, any spell would clean it without any trouble. So finally, the last attempt to push any damage are the Aldracu Warblades. DeadDraw managed to put 6 damage to the face, and he can repeat that again. At this point, Bozzzton is at 13 and is not very comfortable because 1 weapon is missing. When Jaundice comes, we can see that DeadDraw is not happy about how the game turned out and even realize he probably made a mistake by saying a blunder. Now, this emote is a very big deal when used by professional players. They usually don't use emotes at all, but just the look on his face says it all. Even if DeadDraw managed to put Bozzzton at 4 health, there is nothing in his deck that can push damage anymore. So he has to rely on 4 turns of hero power, and let's face it, it's never going to happen. As I said during the turn of the generated combustion, any 4 damage that goes face, and it's the win for DeadDraw. Now, after the entire game, do you think that playing Il'gynoth on turn 5 was a mistake or not? Comment down below what you think, I'm curious to know. While I can understand the mindset of playing it early on, I'm not sure it was the best play possible. But again, even DeadDraw was not happy about this play, and it showed it during the entire game. After making this decision, he still did his best to push any damage without Il'gynoth, but it was just not enough. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more of this content, please give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. As I said, talk to me down below about what you think of this play, and if you have any question or just want to say hi, I'm live Monday, Tuesday and Thursday at 2 PM European time, so if you want to come by, that would be cool. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, have a good one. No! Plague of Death? Yes! Oh my god! Yes! No, wait! No! Oh my god, no way! No way!